Morning Warriors, Coach Christy coming at you from the dojo. It's nice to be back here. It's of course doesn't feel the same without all you guys here, but just kind of being back here again is good for me. So
glad to have you back.
Yeah, glad to be back. And I told Justin and Brian I really wanted to give them hugs today, but we're not doing that. So hug from afar.
That's right.
So Justin is joining me here today to go through our workout. We've got a workout that's focused on core and upper body as much as possible today. So we're still kind of trying to go with that body weight aspect right now, since not everybody has their bands and med balls and things like that in place. But once we get those, we'll be doing a little bit more incorporating those tools with our workouts as well. So first thing I want to do is talk today about our Do More in 164. And we, of course, have been talking about reading this month and the importance of reading. So hopefully you guys have been taking some time to get some of that done while we're kind of stuck at home. I have seen some posts of things that people are reading, so that's awesome. Keep it up and keep sharing those things. We all could use ideas of good things to read. So today what we're going to talk about is that reading can actually help with sleep. So a lot of times, we go through our day and we're amped up and we're, thinking and doing and so forth and staying stimulated kind of all day long. So a good idea is before you go to bed, maybe grab a book, and that will help you relax and help kind of take your mind to a different place so that when you're ready to go to sleep, you've got kind of a more relaxed mind than you would if you were just actively like on your phone or something like that. And it also has been shown to actually help you stay asleep once you go to sleep. So good habit to get into before you go to bed. You've been reading, Justin?
I have just finished the Coach to Coach book. It's very good. If you haven't got a chance to read it or if you're still working on it, trust me, get it to the end. It is amazing, and it has taught me a ton about coaching and just life in general.
Sweet.
So keep that going, guys. It's very good.
Just got my copy today, so I'm ready to dig in. So today our story is about somebody that you guys probably all know, Sylvester Stallone. So Justin, what do you know about him?
Oh, geez, way too much.
What's the number one thing we know about
Well,
him?
he's an action hero. I mean, movies and everything, yeah.
Very well-known actor,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Way
So-
too much plastic surgery.
Okay, I don't know about that, but anyway. So the interesting thing about him is, and I think we tend to look at people who are well off and famous and so forth and think, well, they've just always been successful like that. But he, like many others, did not start out that way. The reason he looks the way he does, actually, when not the plastic surgery, but he's always had kind of a droopy eye and kind of talks out the side of his mouth, was because when he was born, they were forced to use forceps to have him come out, and so it kind of caused some nerve damage on part of his face. And he'd always wanted to be an actor. That was his goal, his passion, and people wouldn't hire him in large part because of the way he looked. And I'm not going to go through the whole story. I encourage you to read it on Warrior Tracker, because it is really a very inspirational story. But he wanted to act so bad and just got rejected time after time after time. He ended up, at one point, he had a very low point in his life where he wasn't working, and he had marital problems because his wife was like, get out there and get a real job, give up on this acting thing, we need the money. And he fell in such desperate times that he ended up like selling his wife's jewelry at one point. And needless to say, that was kind of the end of their marriage at that point. So, and also I think kind of the really interesting thing is that he ended up, like, the last thing he had in his possession was his dog that he loved more than anything. And things got so desperate that he finally decided one day that he should just sell the dog. So he was outside of a liquor store and found a guy, he's like, do you wanna buy my dog? And the guy's like, how much? He said, $50. He goes, nah, that's too much. He goes, all right, how about 25? The guy's like, all right, I'll buy him for $25. So sold his dog, desperate times, started to read a lot, decided he wanted to become a writer. So that's when he started writing some screenplays, and again, was getting rejected time and time again by people. Finally wrote a screenplay that somebody thought might be good and offered him a pretty good chunk of money. I believe it was $150,000 for the screenplay. And Sylvester Stallone said, I will not let you have it unless I get to act in the movie. And the guy's like, nope, not gonna happen. I'll take it for $250,000. He's like, nope, unless I get to act in the movie, not gonna happen. So finally, they agreed that he would star in the movie and get $35,000. All right, so he did that. It was the Rocky movie, needless to say, it became a huge success, and he did end up getting royalties from that movie as well. The interesting thing is that the first thing he did after he got that $35,000 was to try to find his dog again, and he did, which is pretty amazing. And he told the guy he wanted to buy it back, and he's like, $100. Guy's like, no. $1,000, nope. He ended up giving the whole $35,000 to the guy to get his dog back.
Wow.
Right. So, but just, a really interesting story, and it reminds us that if there are things that we want to do, like we really want to do, just don't give up. Keep going, keep driving, and do whatever it takes to get there. Don't give up on those dreams. All right, guys, so we are going to get into a warm-up here today.
Let's do it.
Yeah, so we're going to do a little bit of our transit mobility warm-up. We're obviously going to try to stay in our box here because not all of us have big home gyms, so we're going to try to make this so that you guys can accomplish this at home. So we've got our square here, all right? So this is what we're going to use to go by for our hopping drills. So we'll call out the numbers and tell you how many hops to do in that formation. So Justin, we're going to start out with a front to back to front hop, so 1 to 4 to 1. Let's do 20 of those and go. Looking good. Way to go, way to go. Nice job. All right, next we're going to do some knee tucks in place. So alternating, just standing where you are, bring that leg up, pause for a second, go back down. Let's do 10 of those on each leg. Good, way to go, Justin. I see you put your balance on this morning.
Barely.
The struggle is real sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Great work.
Hope somebody's counting out there, because I don't know. I might not be.
Okay, I think we'll call that good.
All right.
Way to go. Air
Nothing
high
good.
five. Woo! All right. Up next, we have a side-to-side hop. So from 1 to 2, back to 1. Let's do 20 of those. Great job. Nice sprinter arms happening there. Awesome work. Great. All right. Up next, we're going to do a forward lunge return in place. So stepping out with one leg. Opposite arm comes up to a 90-degree bend, and we're going to be doing 5 of those on each leg. If the forward lunge return is difficult for you, if you have knee problems and so forth, you could also do a backward lunge return instead, which sometimes takes a little bit of the pressure off of that knee. Great job. All right. Up next, we are going to do a diagonal hop. So we're going from 1 to 3, back to 1. Let's do 20 of those. Keeping those hips facing forward as you do this. Great job. Looking good, looking good. All right, up next, we are going to do some high kicks in place. So bringing that leg up, trying to touch your opposite hand with your foot. Let's do 10 of those on each side. Great job. Remember when you're doing these, try to keep that foot you're standing on flat on the floor, not going up on the ball of the foot. Nice job, looking good. Way to go, Justin, way to go. Are you counting this time?
Yep.
Okay, good.
And 20.
All right, excellent. Up next, we have our opposite diagonal. So we're going from 2 to 4, back to 2. Let's do 20 of those. Great job, looking good. Awesome work. All right, up next, we are going to do some lateral lunges in place. So we're going to step out to the side, bend down, reach towards that heel, push off with that foot to come back to a standing position, and out to the other side. So you're going to want to pause for a second when you're in that outward position. Let's do 5 of those on each leg. Looking good. Awesome job, Justin. Way to go. Looking good. Trying to keep those feet tracking forward when we do those. Feet flat on the floor.
Oh,
Woo!
all right.
Great job. Getting warmed up?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Excellent.
Felt those.
Up next, we have a triangle. So we're going from 1 to 2 to 3, back to 1. Let's do 10 of those. Very nice. I see a distinct triangle forming there. Awesome job. Excellent. All right, up next, we are going to do some knee tucks in place. So bringing that knee up towards your chest, flex your foot so your toes are pointed towards the ceiling. Let's do 5 of those on each side. Great job. Awesome work.
Right.
All right, up next we have the opposite triangle going from 2 to 1 to 3, back to 2. Let's do 10 of those. Great job, great job. Awesome. All right, up next we're going to do some stationary leg cradles. So picking up that leg, we're going to support that knee and ankle with your hands. Alternating, let's do 5 of those on each side. Great job. Of course, if you guys are in a place where you do have some open space, if you would rather do these traveling like we do here at the dojo, you're definitely welcome to do that. We're just kind of trying to gear things towards people who don't have
Right.
that much space at their disposal.
Yeah, Chris Henning gets all the fun stuff that we don't have.
All right, up next we have a complete box. We're going from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 and back to 1. Let's do 10 of those. Great job, great job. Awesome work. All right, up next we are going to do a quad stretch. So let's see if I put my balance on this morning. So bringing that leg back, grab your ankle, reach up nice and high with that other arm. We're going to do 5 of those on each side.
Till it's Monday.
Pick out a spot about 5 or 6 feet in front of you, and that'll help you keep your balance. Great job. You got it, Justin. There you go. Halusa!
Halusa!
Way to go.
All right.
Awesome job. All right, up next we have the opposite box. So we're going from 2 to 1 to 4 to 3 and back to 2. Let's do 10 of those. Nice and light on the balls of the feet. Great a soleus stretch. So on this one, we're gonna put one foot forward, toes are pointed inward just a little bit, arms go overhead. We're gonna kind of sit back on that back leg. You should be feeling a good stretch in your calf there, in that back leg. We're just gonna hold that there for about 20 seconds, and then we'll switch sides after that. Great job. Good. There you go. All right, guys, that concludes the warm-up portion of our workout. Go grab a glass of water if you're not going to grab that drink, and we'll be back here with you in just a second with the workout. All right, guys, we're gonna get started with our workout of the day. So the way this is gonna work is it's going to be a timed circuit. So we're gonna be setting the timer for 10 minutes, and it's not going to be an atomic workout. With the atomic workout, we go every minute on the minute. With this one, we're gonna be doing these exercises continuously for that 10 minutes, trying to get as many, thank you, cameraman. As many of these exercises in as you can in that 10 minutes. So it's going to be largely self-driven. All right, the nice thing about these is that you accomplish what you can accomplish in that 10 minutes. All right, there's no set number of times you have to go through it. It's just whatever you can do. So we're going to be starting with our plank up-downs. Justin, would you like to demonstrate our plank up-downs? So going down onto the forearms and back up. So that's one repetition. Going down and back up is one repetition. So we're going to be doing 5 total of those, all right? After that, we have our knee grabs. Justin, you want to demonstrate some knee grabs? We saw lots of knee grabs last night on the Roar page, which was so awesome. Great job, guys. Very good. All right, after that, we're going to be doing 5 stationary inchworms. So starting from that standing position, we're going to walk the hands out. If you are wanting to, you can add that push-up, and then coming back completely up to a standing position. So we've got 5 of those. After that, we have our lateral reaches. So laying on your back. Some people call these penguins, Coach Dorina. So yep, just twisting from side to side, reaching towards those ankles, trying to keep that upper body up off the floor as you do those. And that is going to be 10 on each side. After that, we have everybody's favorite, the sit-out.
Yes.
So we got 3 sit-outs on each side, guys. Awesome job. Looking great. We do have some alternates here too. If you have a hard time with the plank up-downs, if you have some shoulder issues, we've got hip ups that you can do. So laying on your back, feet are up, pressing those feet up towards the ceiling, all right? And if the sit-outs are hard for you for the same reason, shoulder issues, we can do bicycle crunches, and that will be 10 on each side. Awesome, perfect, great job. All right, guys, so here you go. Here is the workout. Take note of that, and we're gonna get going here. All right, Justin, you ready to do this?
Let's do it.
All right, excellent. 10 minutes, starting now, and go. Plank up downs, 5 of them. Woo! Great job. Sorry, knee grabs. 10 knee grabs.
What are we doing?
Way to go, way to go. Looking awesome. Strong course when this is done, guys. After that, we have our stationary inchworms, 5 of them. Great job, Justin. Woo! Looking awesome. Way to go, way to go. Woo! We just love the inchworm.
Oh, yeah.
After that, we got 10 lateral reaches on each side. There you go. Looking good. Nice work. Woo! And after that, we got 3 sit-outs on each side. Way to go. Looking awesome. Great job. All right. We're back to the top after that. Take breaks as you need to, guys, okay? It's, like I said, very self-paced, so if you need to take a little break between sets or exercises, that's just fine. Rocking it, Justin. Way to go. Awesome job. Looking strong, looking strong. There's some good knee grabs. We got inchworms again, 5 inchworms.
I don't remember what it is after a while.
Woo! Way to go, way to go. Looking good, Justin. We got 8 minutes left. Woo! Way to go, way to go. All right, we got our lateral reaches again, 10 on each side. Awesome work, looking good. And we got sit-outs again after that. Way to go, Justin. Looking awesome. Woo! Yep, take a breather, catch your breath, you can grab some water if you need to. Doing great. There we go, plank up downs, 5 of those. Woo! Flipping over for knee grabs. Got under 7 minutes to go, Justin, looking great. Way to go, way to go. How you feeling?
Oh, Monday.
Woo!
Or is it Monday? I don't even know.
It's hard to tell these days, I know. Great job, looking good. Awesome work, Justin. Woo! There you go. Way to go, way to go. All right, after that, we got our lateral reaches again, 10 on each side. Or for those of you who count differently, 20 total. All right, after that, we got sit-outs, 3 on each side. Rocking it, Justin. Way to go. Woo! Take a breather, catch breath. Doing awesome. Let me just say, by the way, how much we appreciate Justin helping out. It's been just a huge help for him to be going through this with us. to go. Looking awesome. Sit outs, 3 on each side. 4 bicycle crunches, 10 on each side. Great job, Justin, great job. Yep, grab some water, catch your breath. Woo! Burn some calories. Justin's in the yellow up there on the screen. Woo! Yeah. Back to the top with plank up down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, you can do hip ups in place of those if you can't do the plank up downs. Knee grabs, 10 of them. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nice job, Justin. Woo!
Miss hearing that big egg
I
coming out of
know, I know. We've all missed it. Inchworms, 5 of them. Woo! 2. You got it, Justin. 3, awesome job. Woo! 4, one more, you can do it. And 5, beautiful job. All right, back to those lateral reaches. 10 on each side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome job. Sit outs, 3 on each side. Way to work, Justin. Beautiful job, beautiful job. All right, catch your breath if you need to. We got just over 2 minutes to go, guys. Doing great. Right, plank up down. 2, 3, 4, one more. 5, way to go. Knee grabs, 10 knee grabs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Way to go, Justin. Woo! Inchworms, 5 of those bad boys. 1. Woo! 2, way to go. Remember, if you get too tired, you do not have to add that push-up. You just do that inchworm. But if you can add the push-up, always a good idea. Great job, Justin. Awesome work. We're almost there. Woo!
Is that 4?
Yep, you got it. Nope, you did 5.
Oh, did I?
Yep,
Okay.
yep, you're good.
Oh,
All right, we got 1 minute left, guys. Woo! Almost there. Hang in there. You got it, Justin. Way to go, way to go. And 3 sit-outs on each side. Woo! All right, last set.
The sun!
Yeah, plank up down. Less than 30 seconds left, guys. Great job, air high
Hang in there with
fives.
me, guys.
Woo! All right, 15 seconds left. Let's see what you got in these 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Way to go all the way to that last second. Awesome job, Justin.
Nice job, Warriors.
Woo! Great work. All right, guys, catch your breath. We're going to have a little break here, so we'll be breaking for about 5 minutes. So take your time, catch your breath, get some water. In a few seconds here, we're going to do some of our mobility exercises in between. So Still making good use of that rest time, but giving you a little bit of a break before we start our next 10-minute circuit. So catch your breath, grab a drink, and we'll be right back. All right, warriors, back here with you. We're going to do a little bit of our mobility exercises now. So we're going to start on the floor. So we'll start with our shin box switch. So as you remember, one foot goes to the inside of the other leg, and that other leg is back. So we're going to sit nice and tall in that position for a count of 3. And then trying without touching the ground, if possible, to switch over to the other side. And again, holding for a count of 3. Coming back to that first side, holding for a count of 3. And we're going to do 5 repetitions on each side. I think these are really important for us to keep going right now, guys. You know, our lifestyles have changed pretty drastically in the last week or so. I know a lot of you are at home doing your jobs, and which means that you might be sitting a little bit more than normal. And so these mobility drills are really going to help during this time, keeping our bodies moving like we want and need them to, all right? So even if we don't have these as part of the workout, I strongly recommend that you try to find some time each day to do some of them on your own. And I think probably by now, you know, a lot of us have found certain ones that are really good for us that we would like to keep going. So, you know, pick out a handful of those and just focus on those, you know, once or twice a day, I think would be a really great idea. So up next, we're going to do our pigeon. So we're in that high plank position. From there, we're going to bring one knee in between the hands. That foot goes out to the side, other leg goes straight back. And from there, if you're able to, going down onto those forearms, and we're going to hold that position. We'll hold it for about 20 seconds, guys. This is one of my favorites. I know it's not everybody's favorite, but I like this one a lot. All right, after that 20 seconds is up, we're going to go back into that high plank position. Bring the other knee through between the hands and down onto the forearms. And we're going to hold that for a count of 20 again. Up next, we're going to go into our frog. So starting in that tabletop position, we're going to bring the knees out to the side, feet go out to the side. So remember on this one, you should feel a really good stretch on the inside of those legs, but it should not hurt. If it does, you need to bring your legs a little bit closer together. From there, we're going to rock forward, pause for a second, shift those hips back, pause for a second, back forward again, back. You do 5 repetitions of this as well. All right, so this is number 4. And one more. Great job. All right, guys, up next we're going to do our upward and downward dog. So starting in that high plank position, we're going to shift the weight back towards your heels. The ultimate goal is to try to touch your heels to the floor. That may or may not happen for you. It's not happening for me. We're going to pause there for a count of 3. And we're going to come back forward and push those hips down towards the floor. So arching that lower back, and we're gonna pause for a count of 3. Going back into that upright position. And back down. We're gonna do 5 repetitions of this as well. All right, so we got 2 more of those. And last one. All right, up next, we're gonna do the side lying archer. So remember, lying on your side, that bottom arm is out straight, knees are at 90 degrees and pulled forward. The upper arm stacks on top, and from there we're drawing back as if we are pulling back a bow, opening up that chest. Pause for a count of 3. Coming back to that starting position. Opening back up again. We're going to do 5 repetitions of this on each side. This is number 3. I think this is a favorite of many people, and this is one of those where if you are spending a lot of time sitting at a desk and a computer right now, you're probably, in a position where you're hunched over a little bit, and so we're kind of like in this position, so doing things like this to open up that chest is going to be really beneficial for us. So we did 5 on one side, we're going to switch to the other side. Open up, pause for a count of 3. That's number 3. And one more. All right, that felt good. Excellent job, guys. Okay, so we're going to get back to our next circuit workout here. So circuit number 2, we've got our plank shoulder taps. We're going to be doing 5 on each side. We've got our Supermans. We're going to be doing 10 of those. Bird dogs, that's going to be 5 on each side. Then we have push-ups. Remember, those can be done from your knees if you need them to be. Or if you have something, you could use a wall at home if you need to do them into the wall, if those are a struggle for you. So we've got 10 of those. And then we've got sprinter crunches, 5 on each side. All right, guys? All right, Justin, you ready to do this?
Always.
All right. Get the timer going here, so we're setting that clock for 10 minutes again, guys. All right, we're starting with our plank shoulder taps in that high plank position. Let the timer count down here, going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Woo! Nice job, Justin. Supermans, 10 Supermans, arms out to the side, lifting up that chest, lower body, squeeze those glutes when you come up, bring those shoulder blades together in the back. Awesome job. All right, we got bird dogs after that. Bird dogs, so opposite leg and arm go out. There you go. Great job. 5 on each side. Good, looking good. Awesome job, Justin. And we got 10 push-ups now, guys. In whatever form, you can do them. Awesome job, looking good. And we got 5 sprinter crunches on each side. job, Justin. Looking awesome. You two guys, you're looking awesome too. Woo! All right, bird dogs, 5 on each side. Way to go, way to go. Beautiful. Back to push-ups after that. 10 push-ups. Great job, great job. Remember guys, try not to let that head sag down, keeping it in line with the rest of your body. Nice straight line from head to toe. Awesome. Springer crunches, 5 on each side. 2. Woo! 3. 4. 5. Nice job, Justin. Woo! Remember, guys, take breaks as you need to. All right? So it's highly individual. Whatever you can do in that 10 minutes is great. Supermans. 10 Supermans. Way to go, Justin. Looking good. Looking good. Woo! And bird dogs. 5 on each side. There you go. Awesome job. Stretch out that leg, stretch out that arm. Keep that core nice and tight as you're doing this, guys. Great job. Way to go, way to go. All right, after that we're back into our push-ups. 10 push-ups. Looking awesome on those. Woo! 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome job, Justin. Springer crunches. 5 on each side. Woo! Looking good, looking good. 4. 1 more. 5. Way to go, way to go. Woo! Back to the top. Yep, grab some water if you need to catch your breath, guys. It's a lot going on here.
Rest those shoulders.
Yep. A little sideline archer after this workout, not a bad idea. Great job, Justin. Woo! Supermans. 10 Supermans. Way to go. I believe I can fly. Woo! Way to go, way to go. Bird dog. push-ups. Great job. Sprinter crunches, 5 on each side. Way to go, way to go. Looking good. All right, going back to the top with plank shoulder tabs after we get a little drink of water and catch our breaths. Less than 3 minutes to go, guys. Awesome work. Doing great, Justin. All right. Back to plank shoulder tabs. Way to go, way to go. And Supermans, 10 Supermans. Way to go, looking good, opening up that chest. Bring those shoulder blades together. Great work. Looking awesome. All right, after that, we're back into bird dogs, 5 on each side. We're almost there, guys. You can do it. Nice job, Justin. Way to go, way to go. Woo! Push-ups, less than 2 minutes, guys. Hang in there. Way to go, looking strong. Awesome work, Justin, you got it. Way to go, way to go. And sprinter crunches, 5 on each side. Way to go, guys. You got 90 seconds left. You can do it. There you go, Justin. You got it. You got it. Woo! All right, last set.
Left side.
There you go. Looking good. Looking good. There you go. Almost there, guys. Got 1 minute left. See what you can do with that minute. Great work, Justin. We're almost there. Woo! Bird dogs, 5 on each side. Awesome work, awesome work. You can do it. Way to go, Justin. You guys too, you're rocking it. 30 seconds left, guys. Push-ups. 3. You got Justin, 4. 5. You got 20 seconds left. Almost there. Great job, Justin. 15 seconds, guys. Woo! 10 seconds. Oh, a little sweat happening here. 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Woo!
Nice
Great
job, Warriors.
Yeah, way to go, guys.
Stuck with me
work.
here. Good job.
Awesome work. So, guys, appreciate you tuning in. Now, keep in mind that these videos are uploaded to the TFW East Metro YouTube channel. So you can go back anytime and find those workouts. If there's one that you particularly like and stuff, go back and do that one anytime you want. But we will keep coming at you with new content for as long as we are in this current situation. And thanks for hanging in there with us, guys. We miss you like crazy.
Yeah, we do.
And stay healthy, and we look forward to seeing you when we can. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.